Going on, Hamilton? This is Matthew Green, your Ward 3 City Councilor, and back in my neighborhood this afternoon, really taking in all the positive support and feedback that we've received regarding our book club, the Illegal Book Club, that was recently featured in a CBC article. I do have to say this though, I have some very real concerns around trends and things that I'm seeing online as it relates to groups like the Sons of Odin, Paglia, some of these neo-fascist, neo-Nazi groups that are sniffing around our city. I believe Hamilton to be a compassionate, empathic society, community. I believe that the best that we have to offer is when we provide things like Sanctuary City to provide a safe space for people, as we have throughout the histories. You may remember recently I just talked about a book that I read regarding the toll gate to the expressway, which was about the Black Canadian experience here going back into the early 1800s. We have been that place, imperfect, but we have been that place where we provide sanctuary and safe space for people fleeing oppression and war and violence in their home countries. And I want to see that continue. So as we look to the settlements of Syrian newcomers, as we look to the backlash that we're seeing in the United States and in Europe, as Canadians, I believe that we're having a values conversation. So although imperfect, and I acknowledge all the ways in which we fail people, one of which is happening right now that I wanted to use this post to bring to our attention, the 50 detainees that are being detained on a hunger strike because they've been indefinitely detained as immigrants, having committed no crime, but for seeking safety here in Canada. I believe as a Canadian, and I hope certainly all of you believe as Canadians, that Canada can continue to be that place that is a safe haven for people fleeing war and displacement around the world, that we can do it with compassion and empathy and understanding and love of our neighbors and our neighborhoods. And so when we see these things coming up, these groups, these neo-fascists, these neo-Nazis, look to take hold and take root in our communities, we need to do everything we can to let them know that their intolerance and their bigotry and their racism is not welcome here. So again, I appreciate all the support that we've gotten for the Illegal Book Club. You can check us out online on Facebook, the Illegal Book Club. You can search it. We're going to be having 3 or 4 more dates, one of which is going to be upcoming, talking about Micah House, which is just down the street, something we're very proud of as a refuge for newcomers, extended stay. And the other will be the invitation of Hussein Saeed, who has done a tremendous amount of work advocating for migrant workers and for people who are deemed illegal in this country. So I really want to make sure that that we have an opportunity in our community to talk through these complex issues and these emotions that we fear, that are really based in fear, that we need to overcome that with love and understanding and compassion and empathy. So continue to tune in. This is what was on my heart this afternoon that I wanted to make sure that I shared with you, to encourage you to join our book club, but to go beyond that. Anytime you see that bigotry or that hate or that intolerance pop out, call it out. You have a responsibility and a duty to your neighbor, your fellow man and woman, to call it out, your fellow human being, to call out that racism and that bigotry and that intolerance. It has no place in this city. It has no place in this country. So thank you very much for your understanding, and feel free to share this. Feel free to just watch it and digest it and let me know what you think. Thank you.